Shalom, shalom, Israel. This is your brother Yaakov. Just hollering at y'all, watching what's going on in the world and preparing myself as well with regards to what's going on in the world and with regards to myself. Researching a father, finding more and more secrets, rising higher and higher each day, lifting up a word of prayer each day, dominating over the enemy. Things that I pray you all learn to do in your life. But look, listen at what I'm about to say. It's about to happen. And can't none of y'all stop it. It's coming. In fact, it's already here. Y'all really can't see what's going on in the world. I mean, literally. Damn mosquitoes. When I look at the world, or whatever have you, I see simply nothing but utter chaos. When it comes down to people in this world, how they move, what they think about, what they consider, I see the evil man. And I see how he thinks everybody's just like him. So it doesn't matter what you are. You could be righteous. You could be neutral. If you keep company with an evil person who has an evil spirit, they will begin to suspect you of the evil that they have on the inside of their own hearts. And thus contention will naturally arise between you and a sinful and wicked person. And then the righteous, if they try to do the same thing, they're going to get their feelings hurt. Because if you righteous try to look to see who within them is also righteous just like you won't find it. No, not in this age. People are waking up to the reality that something is wrong. There are movements going on right now that will prove to be or seem to be the world coming together and making a solution. You see, the world is in turmoil right now. Y'all don't see all these earthquakes. I know y'all do. You know what? I'm not even about to talk to you like you're stupid, like you're naive and ignorant. I'm gonna talk to you direct, like you know what's going on. Y'all see it? Australia burning up. First a third of the trees have burnt this year, people. In this single year, a third of the trees have already burnt up. Don't y'all see that? That's the first seal, period. 2020 about to go down. I mean, everything that happened in 2019 prepared mankind for 2020. And even 2021. Y'all, the world as we know it, you might as well count it done. It's over. It's all said and done. There is no more world. What y'all living for, what y'all fighting for, it doesn't exist anymore. It's not real. Man's perspective is going to change. There's no more searching for money. There's none of that stuff anymore. You hear me? This is over. This world is done. I'm at the point to where it doesn't matter what happened to me in my life. The people that want this world, y'all can have it. I promise you, you can have this world. Do your dirty sin, your lust, your incest, do all your filth, women, go ahead on and leave your husbands. It's better that you leave them alone. Look, and I look back on my situation and I'm glad it happened the way that it did. where things happen not in my presence, in my face. I didn't get the chance to see things going down. I didn't get the chance to physically be there, because emotion, had I, considering the control I have over myself now, even if something like that happens to me, it won't overwhelm me. But then I wasn't prepared as I am today. Had I been in the presence of a man cheating, with my wife, and losing, and my wife, putting the hell that she put on me, things like that, and her misperceiving my actions, and me misperceiving her actions, it's a two-way street, but relationships in general is there are no relationships in the earth, I promise you. What relationship you think you have, it's not real. And I hear minds say, hey, look, since he went through a horrible situation, he's made the conclusion that there is the possibility of finding no love in this world. You lying. You're misunderstanding me. For I found my one love. I'm with him every day. There is love in the earth, and it's only from the source of one, and that's the Most High himself. For he is the one true and only love that really exists in this earth. And if two have him, then they're fine. I'm not talking about them. Come on. You're not talking to an amateur mind anymore. I'm not talking to amateur minds anymore. We are fully mature and well perceptible of the right and the wrong that we do. I mean, if y'all really look at this thing, it's really jacked up. The world is jacked up. 6.9 magnitude earthquake in the Philippines. I wonder when y'all gonna realize that this thing is happening. Trees burning up in Australia. President Trump about to be impeached, while those who support him threaten civil war. Yeah, they out there threatening civil war. They say they won't leave without a fight. In other words, they got their Glocks, they got their MK-47s, and whatever you want to call them guns. I don't know the name of them, but they got them, and they're threatening civil war on account of Trump being impeached. That's y'all. You think you working at a job that's God given, and it's not, because the job in it of itself is producing a work that does not please the Father. Like strippers and strip club owners and boxers and sportsmen and all these professions. Any profession that you're in that is not conducive to life has the potential of being a very angry thing towards the Father. Now, there's a way to turn that around. And I'm not talking about the stripping and all that stuff. You need to just get out that, period. But when you talk about a basketball player, or even well, I can't say even a rapper, because their lyrics play a very vital role and a vital part in producing evil with your own hands. See, if you play basketball or something like that, you're not. It's almost that's a neutral career. That no, I can't even say that, because just the sports industry in it of itself as a whole. See, when I look at things, I look at things microscopically and macroscopically. Okay, I try to see the small and the big, and what effect they play, and if it gets too big, will it affect the world positively or negatively? If it's too small, is the effect seen there too? Because sometimes when things are too small, you can't see the effect. But when they grow bigger, that's when you see the effect. Like, for example, same-sex marriage. Right now, it's at its infancy stage, right? Y'all can't see the effect that it's having. But until it becomes fully grown and mature, that's when y'all gonna finally say, hey, the population is dying. We need to go ahead and promote heterosexual marriages, because this is what we need. Y'all do things that you wait until it's destruction time to where you decide you want to change. And that's exactly what this video is about. You all have misused creation. You all have destroyed this earth for the longest. And now you want to cry, let's change it. Let's do something differently, right? While you're crying that, the Most High is saying, no, you have not learned your lesson. Judgment must go forth. Y'all been destroying this earth. And I think, I know this is about to sound crazy. I think the Father that Israel was taken off the platform, and that Israel suffered in the background underneath all this turmoil, and the Most High gave the whole earth in the hands of the Gentiles. And I'm glad for that, because it becomes a I told you so moment for the Father, when he said, when you realize that when the people of Israel was following the Father, doing what they needed to do, and became the center power of the world, the central power of the world, right? There was a time Israel was the powerhouse of the earth. And so the earth thrived because they obeyed the Father, right? When y'all get to the point to where y'all realize that, yo, it's this old school dude that's passing right now with a boombox. I ain't seen that in years. But it gets to the point, family, where y'all gotta realize that the problem that we simply have is exactly the problem that's been from day one, in the beginning, where we just simply disobeyed the Father. And that's all we're practically doing. We're just not listening to his instructions. It's like even though I hate this image, but it's still an image that is valid in a lot of y'all minds, so I'm going to use it. A wife who the husband never listens to, and she constantly says, I told you so, I told you so, I told you so, for years, until he finally says, you know what, I just do what my wife said because I mess things up. That's what we need to be. We need to get to the point to where we finally say to ourselves, we cannot figure out how to solve this daggone problem that's happening right now. We can't figure it out. Stop sitting in your seats. Stop organizing meetings to try to discuss how to save climate change, when the only thing you need to do is acknowledge and obey the Father. Period. There is no other solution to our problems. We figure out how to get ourselves in this mess. That means we are not able to get ourselves out this mess without the help and aid of the Father and going in his direction. The only thing we figured out is how to continue to be disobedient. And so it is impossible for man to discover the solutions to his own problems. Well, it's not impossible, because I just told you. Point blank, period. It is the same solution that Adam should have taken that would have prevented him from eating the fruit off of that tree. Eve from eating the fruit off of that tree. And that is simply to obey the Father. My heritage is to obey the Father. I get mad when someone does not allow me to obey my Father, for that is my heritage and my right to obey him, and my freedom to obey him. I can do it freely because I know how free I can be not doing it. If I know I'm free to not do it, then I'm free to do it. Then when I do it of my own free accord. Listen, people. Y'all out there, y'all sitting in y'all tables, y'all trying to discover it. There's only one solution that's going to happen. You all are going to have to acknowledge the righteous. You all are going to have to change. You all are going to have to follow suit with doing things according to the word of the Father. You know, and then and only then will mankind as a whole see the benefits of doing the Father's will. Listen at me. I'm just one person, right? And you also are just one person. Especially for those who keep the scriptures. Haven't you seen that the advantage of what happens when just you alone keep the scriptures? But then let's say the whole world keeps the scriptures. Don't you understand how well this whole earth will thrive? No one can stop what's about to happen. And I'm going to tell you to your face. You cannot stop what's coming. And it's coming. And it's going to destroy. And it's going to set everybody's mind right. Everybody's going to have a whole change in their mind. Right now, people are questioning God. Soon, minds will no longer question whether God is real or not anymore. You see what I'm saying? When all minds come to the conclusion that there absolutely is a God of a truth, just how true as we consider the air to be, just how true as we consider the sun to be, just as true as we consider a plant growing, or yourself, just as true as you consider yourself to be alive, is how true all minds will begin to comprehend the Father at once. And when that happens, all of you who've done wrong against him will greatly fear. And those who have done righteous will enhance and grow and increase. Y'all about to find out. This world is governed, described, or empowered by money. By money. Your desire, your success, everything that you do is about money. And when you do to receive money. When you get, you give money to get it. Well, money is going to be obsolete. And you all will have to learn how to replace that with good. When you do good, you get a blessing from the Father. When good is done to you, that is a blessing from the Father. And everybody is going to start understanding the currency of good. Because good itself is a currency. You understand me? That requires work in order to achieve. When you've achieved good, the payment could be whatever related to that good that you've done. Y'all gonna understand what the world is really made of. And she's getting mad and she's getting ready to show you. Scientists are worried about the earth crust thinning. The earth crust isn't thinning like what you think it's thinning. Like, oh, it's getting weaker. No. The bosom of Abraham is exploding. It's getting larger and larger and larger. That's why these volcanoes are going off. That's why all this stuff is happening. Because the inner earth is getting full. And it's about to burst. And that's all she wrote. But I'm telling y'all this, look. We're already in the midst of the rapture right now. I'm so sorry your mind cannot comprehend that. I'm so sorry that, I'm sorry, not sorry, but I'm going to say I'm sorry just to empathize with you here because my heart is full of love for you because I really want y'all to realize we are in the end now, not tomorrow, not yesterday. Right now, we're living it every moment. This is it. And when your mind comes to that conclusion, you'll be able to change all the sins that are in you. You'll begin to chase and run after the Father. When y'all finally are convinced that this is it. I mean, for me, the trees burning a third of the way through, more the trees burning like that is enough to convince me that this is happening. Even before that, with all these earthquakes and stuff like that, bro, this is happening. Nobody's stopping it. See, y'all keep thinking God is one like you. He's not like you, to where he turns back his hand, to where he changes his mind. No, judgment must happen. This is something that we must go through. When y'all establish that and stop trying to say, oh, we can prevent it, you cannot prevent his judgment any longer. You can't hold back his hand anymore. See, all y'all climate changers, y'all out there trying to fight to change the climate, but you don't change yourself. You're still evil, you're still wicked on the inside, and you only working just to change the climate, like the man next to you that's homeless ain't worth more than the climate. Come on, bruh. Y'all out your minds. Y'all don't know what to focus on. Y'all don't know what to do. Y'all don't. And only when the Most High shines the light on the righteous will y'all understand exactly what to do. Other than that, I could tell you till you're blue in the face. I could tell you to your face. You still won't understand. You need to let go of your sins and do righteousness and seek out the face of God. I can tell you that till you blue in your face. You will not be convinced. Hence the reason why I continue to stay to myself, discreet, and do what I need to do until the power of God manifests. And when the power of God manifests, this whole thing is over. I'm telling you, this whole thing is over. When the power of God manifests. Listen at me, family. Listen at me. Going the route that this world ushers out is already incorrect. There's nothing that can be discovered by men coming together, the same ones that did the wrong in this earth. And nothing good can come out of all of those people coming together to put together a plan to alleviate what's getting ready to happen to us. There's nothing that you wicked can muster up that will be remedy pleasable in the eyes of the Most High. Nothing. Because you will not consider doing righteousness. You will not consider good if you know what that is. If you know what that is. See, y'all know evil very well. And I see the evil man does nothing but seek out those, does nothing but caution himself against everybody around him, thinking that everybody around him will do the same thing that he himself is capable of. When a person opens that door, listen at me. When you're evil and you open up that door, you begin to think everybody else is just like you. You begin to think everybody else, if I'm capable of killing a person, then I know the next man is capable of killing a person, so he's gonna kill me, so I'm gonna keep my eye out. If I'm capable of stealing from a person, I know the next man is gonna steal from me, so I'm gonna keep my eye out. Look, hey, if I'm capable of taking advantage of you or getting over on you, I know you're gonna take advantage and get over on me, so I'm gonna keep my eye out. I'm gonna attentively keep looking for bad things all the time. And so my mind is being formed according to evil perceptions. Period. Looking for evil, doing evil, planning evil, contemplating evil, inventing evil. All of this is nothing but evil. But then the one who has good in his mind, he does good. He looks for good in everyone and sees only a morsel of good, but cannot see the full essence of good. But the potential is always there in everyone. And so the person that is good, he walks with the love of the Father, knowing that there is one good who does good better than that person thinks, better than he or she thinks they can do. You see, perfection is a quality we only know perfect because of the one who is perfect. Understand? The mind of man comprehends perfection, right? Y'all can comprehend perfection. Y'all not dumb. Y'all know what perfectly good is. That's doing good all the time, everywhere, in every moment of every hour of every day, non-stop, constant good, right? And always choosing the good over the bad. Always choosing the good over the bad. You know, righteousness. Y'all know what that is. Y'all not dumb. Always choosing to do right over the bad thing, even when all your emotions flare up against your brother. You say, no, I can't do that. That's my brother. I love him. You understand me? When you learn to reject the evil and accept the good, know this one thing, that the good you accept only came from the one who did the good, who does the good, and the good alone, and that's the Father. And we only know perfection because he is perfect. Think about perfect truth, perfect love, perfect wisdom, perfect humility, and perfect authority, you know, all in the same person. You know,
what street this is?
It's Jeanette Street.
Thank
You know, perfection is a quality that only belongs to the one who is perfect. So if you take perfection from yourself and you acknowledge the perfection that belongs in the Most High, then you can chase after perfection so that you can be that perfection that's in him. Because of his perfection, he's leading you to greater perfections within yourself, more and more. He understands you're gonna mess up. He understands you're gonna trip over your own 2 feet. You know, he knows these things. And when y'all realize that, y'all say to yourself, wait a second, so I know I'm a screw up, I know I'm a mess up, I acknowledge that, Father. But then I see your perfection, so I'm going to strive to be that. And along the way, all you hear is his loving voice. Okay, arise, my child. Take your dominion in your hand. Stand up. With all things, I am with you. You can do those things because I am with you. Understand, because of the one who is perfect, as long as he is with you, you can do anything. But then y'all don't... Perfection is a quality that belongs to the Father. We only know perfect because we assess his character, his essence, his nature, and we get out of that nature perfection. Don't you understand? The highest perfection that we can think of is not perfect enough compared to his true qualities, his true nature. So we call on perfection when we truly don't know perfection. Perfection is just the word that acknowledges the highest extent of thought that we can reach in a specific matter. And so we call that perfect until the one who is truly perfect shows us a higher perfection than the one we can perceive. And then we go higher, and then we go higher, and then we go higher. So perfection is a quality that belongs to the Father. And be ye perfect, even as he himself is perfect, is just simply explaining or imploring you to chase after him ever more and more each day. We don't need perfection because he's perfect. And if he's perfect, we're perfect. Because we get our sustenance from the perfection that we desire to be like. Don't y'all desire to be like the successful man, the one who's making all the money, right? You desire to be that because he has something that y'all desire, something that y'all want. Well, perfection. It's something that belongs to the Father. Though we desire it and can never have it, we can also get as close to it as we possibly can. And this pleases him. This pleases him to desire to go after it. But long story short, y'all wasting y'all time with all these meetings. Just flip the subject. Y'all wasting y'all times out there with all these meetings trying to discover and figure out what's going on, what we need to do, how we need to do it. Y'all can put together all the money that y'all want. Y'all can have all the meetings that y'all can have. But the scripture says y'all gonna claim peace, but then sudden destruction is gonna befall them. It's not, y'all have to acknowledge the Father. You're not going to get together, do good, do right, and the Father not be there because you don't know good. You don't know right. The extent of your good is evil to the Father. You understand what I'm saying? The extent of your good is evil to the Father. So the extent of whatever plans y'all think y'all going to make, that's still evil to him. Because y'all don't know anything. And he's the Father. And when y'all acknowledge him, y'all gonna learn. It's not about getting together and, doing all these meetings. It's about finding the men of God, understanding the face of God, and following suit. Period. But such isn't gonna be the case until after, he does what's getting ready to come. There's no apologies that need to be made. The Father needs to build a kingdom. It's not him doing it in evil or in hate or whatever have you. You all are just in the way, so you gotta go. He has absolutely no emotion towards you. It's just simply, you just gotta go. It's time for me to establish my kingdom now. So everything that's in my way just gotta go. You're like a little ant pile, and I'm trying to build a road. I don't hate you. You just simply gotta go. I think that was Elon Musk who said that, on one of his videos. And I think that was right. Even though he thought from a wicked and evil perspective, it's absolutely correct. I don't think of nothing when I'm walking down the street and I step on an ant pile. I don't hate ants just because I stepped on an ant pile. Made a mistake and crushed the bug. I don't hate that bug. I feel sorrowful that I even, in my state of belief, I feel sorrowful that I even crushed the bug. But, I'm not going to die from it. I'm not going to, I don't hate it. You just simply got to go. You're just that life form that is at that level that you're not meant to follow the same course as man has been blessed to follow. And so the wicked are not meant to follow the same course that the righteous are about to follow. And so the wicked, bye-bye wicked, you gotta go. Peace, blessings, and shalom.